This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is targeting innocent air conditioning units. Wait a second. Wait, we're getting word that Bryant Man is on the scene and has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Experience the latest in Bryant.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter. It's 14-7 East on your FloorQuest scoreboard.
Well, here it is. This is basically the game's on the line right here on an onside kick. Cardinals have only one timeout left, 1:31. So barring some strange occurrence, if East recovers this onside kick, they can just take knees and finish this ball game out. If my math is correct.
See Kirk Everson from Everson, Richardson, Burden listening to the broadcast tonight. Compost Joe's. Look, we've had Fire Chief Pete O'Leary stop up, Charlie Moore stop up, Joey Wetstein stop up, Ron from the Junior Football League stop up.
That is something. Here we go now. Onside timeout for East.
And Appleton East used did Fond du Lac use the timeout?
East did, I believe. They're trying to take a look or not.
Oh, I think.
Yeah, they called a timeout. They wanted to see how the Cardinals were aligned and what they were going to do. And
we'll keep it right here. That's an Immel Insurance and Financial Services timeout. Discover what it's like to experience undivided attention. See Mike, Matt, and Eric at Immel Insurance and Financial Services, 924-6751. Also, the White Pines BP, Michelle and the gang, fill up the gas tank, get the car washed, and bring home a loaf of bread and soda, all at the White Pines BP and County Truck V in Fond du Lac. Glad to have them on. They're like the perfect route out. Say if you're heading like to a Badger game or something, the White Pines, right out there on the bypass, it takes you right to Madison. Or if you're going south to a Brewer game, you know, you can get off at the White Pines. The car wash out there with 2 bays. 1:31 left here. So the Cardinals will line up. Jacob Belke is the kicker. And
everyone will line to the right side of the field.
Oh. It's like Belke's going to get ready for the onside kick.
3 to the left, 7 to the right.
And the onside kick is there, and it's going to be a squibber, and didn't quite get the bounce, and the young man bobbled it a little bit at the 41-yard line, and East will take over at the 41. And do the math, Hoffy. They can just genuflect here. The Cardinals have 1 timeout left and can basically burn the clock out, or?
I would believe so, right? Unfortunately, there, the young man, the kicker, you want to kick that top of that football and kick it hard and get that big bounce on the second bounce, and kicked it a little bit too square and really took any chance away of recovering that.
I always want to get that second big bounce.
You want to get that second big bounce. And
Curran, under center, out of the eye. Going to hand off on the right side to Carlson, and he's going to get stood up after a gain of about 1. Fond du Lac will burn the timeout. Again, no video sports on TV this year because of various things going on with the channel that they were on the cable system. Hopefully we can find a way to get those games back on TV, because that's a huge thing for the area, being able to come home at 10:30 and watch those games.
Yes, absolutely.
Right now it's not happening for various reasons, but Dave Bastian, Foot of the Lake TV, FODLTV.com is where you're going to be able to watch games on the internet very, very shortly. Tonight's game, go to their Facebook page. They have a Foot of the Lake TV on Facebook, FODLTV.com, and you'll be able to find the link at KFIZ.com's Facebook, at KFIZ's Facebook, and you'll be able to go, and this game should be uploaded by quarter at some point tonight. Again, in the infancy stages, but Dave Bastian will get this thing up and humming, and you'll have an outlet to watch games there at your leisure.
Which is great.
Yes.
Which is great. But, boy, I really hope that
we can find a way to get that somewhere on the cable system.
There's absolutely no excuse for not being able to get this. That's part of a community. That's part of, these are the future. This is the future of our community. All the schools in the area that Dave goes out and promotes and is willing to show to the community, and the fact that it's not there right now.
It's been around for almost 30 years.
Very disappointing, and hopefully the powers that be are listening and find a way to make it work. It has to be able to work.
Curran is going to hand off to Carlson, and he's going to get tackled with 1:17 left. And again, now it's up, if the officials take their time to spot the football Obviously, it goes in East's favor, but they're actually doing a good job there. They'll wind the clock, but again, the two snaps left, and East can pretty much run this thing out.
No game on the play.
Non-conference game, though, so, you know, when it comes to playoffs and everything, it means nothing.
Tough road, though, ahead.
Yeah, I know. You got
another non-conference with Kimberly, but then you get the Valley teams, the Wisconsin Valley teams, all supposed to be pretty good this year.
You know, the FBA and the WVC, two of the better football conferences in the state. Different style of football, though, I think, in the Wisconsin Valley Conference than you have in the FBA. Handoff to the outside, and it's going to be a 4th down, and they're going to wind the clock below 35 seconds, Hoffy. So that's going to do it here on 4th down, as Appleton East is going to be able to run the clock out here. They're not going to have to run another play. It's going to be a final 14-7 on your Floor Quest score. We need to pick a Fond du Lac Service Awning and Siding key stat of the game, your destination for quality aluminum, steel, vinyl, and hardy plank siding on West Scott Street in Fond du Lac.
Play of the game? I hate to make it a negative, but it has to be the botched punt snap, right? I mean, that was the game changer, wouldn't you say? I mean,
Yes.
This was a 0-0 game, and two teams were battling for field position, and that was the key play right there. And then followed up instantly by the 36-yard Flum run. So maybe those two could be the co-plays of the game.
Sure, so Fond du Lac drops their season opener 14-7, but you know what? They showed a little heart here because you didn't quite know what you're going to see in the opener, and I think there's some things to build on here tonight.
Well, fine defensive performance for the most part. You got the one, you dropped your guard two times, and you made up one of them on the long run by Carlson. Unfortunately, on the option run that went for 36 yards and a touchdown, you were not able to catch him there. But other than two plays, defensively, you have to be very happy, I would think, for this performance.
Sure. Hoffy, do you have any final numbers for Fond du Lac?
Let's see. They were led in rushing by Laternos, 19 carries for 61 yards and a touchdown. And quite frankly, I have to do my math in my head real quickly. Copping threw the ball 25 times and completed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 25 for 125 yards. Do you have 3 interceptions or 2 interceptions? 3 interceptions on the night. And receiving-wise, Zimmerman, 3 catches, 64 yards. Schnell, 2 catches for 30. Robbie, 2 catches for 15. Sizik, 2 catches for 13. Meyer, 1 for 3. And that was mainly it for the Cardinals.
All right, Hoffy, that's going to do it. A short post-game show tonight. We're going to get to the Brewer game, but Cardinals are going to be on the road at Kimberly next week. Again, we'll be on the air right around 6:40 with the game tomorrow, next Friday night as well. Kimberly, their final non-conference game of the season. Then September 2nd, they open up at home with their first conference game. Again, for James Hogwood Flynn back at the station, for Bob Hoffmaster, I am Wade Bates. And again, tonight, search for FODLTV.com and look for that on Facebook as well if you want to watch this game. The replay of it, Dave Bashton, then we'll have it up at some point tonight. Again, your final score tonight on your Floor Quest scoreboard, Fond du Lac falls to Appleton East in the season opener 14-7. So long, everybody.
High school sports on News Talk 1450 KFIZ has been brought to you by these community-minded sponsors.
Floor Quest, Backyard Grill, Paul J. Ferris.